Good morning, everyone. So I wanted to bring this up again. Yesterday's video, which was on March 1st, was to trust your local IT people. It was regarding a particular client who almost fell victim to a scam. Well, yesterday I got a call late in the afternoon and I had to make an emergency run to Norwalk to look at a computer because it was a scam. Well, a potential scam. Well, with a twist. It was an extortion scam. I wanted to, wow, I haven't seen one of those this way. So I wanted to make people aware of it. So a client was using their computer, the pop up on their screen, we've locked your computer because of suspicious activity, illegal porn, da 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 da. They tried to close out of it, they couldn't get out of it. And then, a box popped up. It says that this is your technician. We've reviewed your computer. We have discovered illegal porn. Your computer will now be frozen, and your fine for having illegal porn is like $5,000. And it was like he turned off the computer, turned it back on, and the link was still there. Yeah, that's because some remote programs will automatically reconnect. TeamViewer will do this too, and I'm going to show you how they did this. This was pretty slick. And like I said, I got called over there to do a quick look, and I was just amazed. So again, I'm going to use TeamViewer. This particular scammer was using Log Me In Remote Assist, which is again a legitimate program. But because it's more designed for the corporate world, it doesn't have all the little things that you'll see with TeamViewer, because in the corporate world, the Log Me In Assist doesn't display the stuff that it needs to do. So let me show you this. So the pop-up popped up on his screen. He couldn't get rid of it, and now all of a sudden he's got this pop-up and he can't get rid of it. He closed it, came back up. The technician was still there because it was an auto-run install. From the websites. Yes, websites can be programmed to do that, but it was just chat. What he didn't know until I looked at the computer was while that few seconds that, or well, it was a couple of minutes, while that few minutes that he was connected to that person, and this person started chatting and then eventually took control of his computer, he dumped a whole bunch of fake websites onto his browser and then opened them up to show that, yeah, this is what we have discovered. And yeah, it just backtracing them showed that they were fake websites. But still, let me show you how this works. So I'm going to use our TeamViewer. So let me get that connection established here. So give me a second. I didn't have it completely up and running because I did the testing to make sure it would work as I was hoping it would. And we're going to connect to the studio computer. And don't any of you hackers out there get any bright ideas, because as soon as I'm done with this video, TeamViewer will get removed off the studio. Okay, so there's my connection to it. Now, in order for this to kind of work, because I've got Studio running in the background, I need to move this screen to my other screen. This is what you would see normally. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, okay. Had to make sure. I forgot. With this being a virtual machine, that toolbar is up at the top. So this is what you would normally see, except for, you would have icons and so on and so forth. Typically on a remote connection, your background screen goes black. This is why you should never have your default background screen as black, because if someone remotes to your computer, you would never know. In this case, because I am using the virtual studio, it's this wonderful shade of fuchsia, purple, pink. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyways, while this scammer was connected for the few minutes, and then, like I said, he called me. I told him, I said, just turn it off and leave it off until I get there. What this person had done, now you will see this with TeamViewer, because TeamViewer does things a little bit different. So I'm going to initiate a file transfer. Now, these can be done in the background as scripts. Now, I want to show you this. This is what this scammer did. Now, every Windows 10 computer has a folder called Favorites. It's really designed for Microsoft Edge and Internet Explorer, but this is where your bookmarks go. You know, these are your favorite websites. Now, if you're using Google Chrome or Firefox, it saves it in a different location. But if you're using Microsoft Edge, this is where your bookmarks go. And to show that this is legit, there's Bing. I'm going to open up Bing and so you can see it. Ta-da! All right, so watch this. This is what this guy did, this scammer did, and he did it with a script. That's how fast it was. But these type of file transfers are so fast, you'll never see them. So, let me do that. Close this. We're going to initiate a file transfer, and need to open this back up so you can see these file transfers going, because you can see where it says down here file transfer started. And this is why I like TeamViewer in that regards, because they do actually tell you that that's going on. Studio favorites. Log me in remote. It does not, I don't think. So watch this. Website addresses saved to your favorites is such a small file that the transfers, literally, you can transfer thousands of files in a blink of an eye. So in this case, I'm going to transfer, ta-da, here they go. Looky there. This was not done on the computer. That was remotely transferred from, you know, and so this is what they did. And so they brought it up to this client and said, look at all of these illegal porn sites that are on your computer. They were all pretty much fake. I mean, there were some legit ones when they're like, well, I can't name them because it's YouTube, but there were a couple of legit ones, but most of them were just fake. And so this is why, and then he said, yep, and if you don't pay us $5,000, we're going to take this entire list of history you have here and turn it over to local law enforcement. Guys, go ahead. Yeah, because it's not going to work. So, and I did check these. These do not open, so don't even try. But that's what they had done, is in that split second, you know, within a few minutes of being connected to him, they had transferred a whole bunch of fake porn sites to his computer, and you've seen how fast it transferred. And then opened up this folder to show him, yeah, look at all these illegal porn sites you got. And so you're going to pay me $5,000, or we'll just turn it over to local law enforcement. Nice little extortion racket, huh? So yeah, no. And the thing here is, I want you to note, and this is what's going to save his butt if it ever comes down to it, is all of those, and we took screen captures, all of those had dates and times which correspond to when the remote connection was there. So yeah, they weren't there before, and all of a sudden they were there during the remote connection. So that's how we know that the file transfer was done in that few moments that he was connected. So yeah, like I said, if you get one of those, and I'm going to disconnect here, if you get one of those extortion, if you get a pop-up, and I've said it yesterday in yesterday's video, trust your local IT people. You know, if you get those and you can't get out of them, turn off your computer. You know, do this like I've showed you before. You know, go into your task manager and kill your offending browser. But if you can't get that to go away, call me. And either I will physically come there, or if you have TeamViewer installed on your computer, because I've physically put it on there before, I can maybe do a remote and get into it. Sometimes those get blocked because of competing remote services. But yeah, that's my thing. If you come across an extortion one like this, document it, just in case there's an issue later on, and this was documented for this particular client. And so yeah. Don't, again, pop-ups pop up on your screen. Don't, whatever you do, don't call the number on the screen. Don't let the checks go through. If you get one, in his case, in his particular case, the chat, the automatic connection was there. He got directed to a fake website. It automatically downloaded. In the background, the chat popped up, and there was nothing he could do to stop that. You know, other than there is one button on there that says allow remote access, and he clicked it because that's what the technician talked him into doing, and that's how that connection took place. But yeah, if you get those where they pop up like that, we're locking your computer, we've detected illegal activity, da 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 da. I've showed it 100 times, and I will say it again. Close the browser. If you can't close the browser, use your task manager and forcibly close it. If you can't, turn off the computer and call me. I might not be able to get to you right away because, there's one of me who does field work, and of course June does the store. So, I mean, but I'll get to you as soon as I can, especially in an emergency situation like that. So, yes, I wanted to show you just how quick these scammers are, or in this case, this was an extortionist. And they wanted $5,000 to not report it to the police. But when you looked at the history, all the file transfers were done after that remote connection was done. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, if you get those, don't call the number. Don't answer the chat. If you can't make it go away, close it. If you can't make it go away, turn off the computer and call me. There's the number down here, and leave that computer off until I get there. Unfortunately, sometimes we are buried to a point that I might not be able to get to it till tomorrow. But give me a call. Explain your situation to me or to my wife, because sometimes when I'm out, she answers the phones, and she'll take your information. She'll put it in the calendar. She'll message me to let me know it's an emergency and I need to get there ASAP, and I will get there and we will fix your computer. But yeah, don't do that. Don't call the numbers on the screen. From a pop-up, mine, you can call me, because if you don't believe me, there's my address, and you could physically come see me. If you're calling an 800 number, no. So, yeah, exactly. Just, if it pops up, don't respond to it. If you can't get out of it, use Task Manager. If you can't get Task Manager to work, turn it off, call me. I will be there as soon as I can. So, but yeah, that's the new one. This new little extortion racket that's going on. First time I have seen it, this particular ones. I've seen the email ones in the past, where the email says, hey, I'm a hacker from Russia. I've broke into your computer. You have this wonderful, weird porn collection on your computer, and you're going to pay me, X number of dollars, or I will tell the entire world of your perversions. I can't tell you how many times I've had 80-year-olds call me this, and I'm like, well, do you have a perversion like that? No. Then you have nothing to worry about. Don't respond to the email. But this is the first time I've ever seen it done through a remote. So I wanted to all make you aware of it. So, again, share this with friends and family. Pass it along, because it's amazing how many people just don't know. In the past couple of weeks, I've had a whole bunch of people stop into the, like, when have you been here? We've been in this location for 3 years. We've been in Clyde for, 5-6 years. We've been in business for 15. 7 in Clyde, and 50 in business for 15. So yes, so share, like and share either the video directly. There's a share button this way. There's a share button. Share it in your emails. Share it with your friends on social media. Make them aware of this extortion scam that's starting. Subscribe to the channel. You'll get alerts every time we post a video, which is usually every day at 7 o'clock in the morning, so you can watch me and drink your coffee. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, but anyways, if you can't do that, you can always find us on Facebook. I got to do those manually. It takes sometimes a little bit longer, and sometimes I do forget. But they are usually up on Facebook at that address. So just go up in that search corner on Facebook and type in this address, and you will find me. So if you do have computer problems, or you've been a victim of a scammer, there's the number. Give me a call. If you're in our service area, I can come pick it up. Or if you want to drop it off, schedule a time, we can certainly do that, and we'll get it taken care of. Be safe out there, people. Never trust a pop-up that pops up on your screen. So you guys have a great day. I will talk to you later.